In this video, I'm going to show you how easy it is to put up a greenhouse that'll fit any size garden, enabling you to produce food for yourself and your family for 365 days of the year. When I say you can grow 365 days a year, I'm not kidding. You just think about it, at the beginning of the season, just before spring, with a little bit of heat, it enables you to get your seeds started early. And if you're growing from seeds, you're saving money, you're having a lot more fun, and you get a wider range of plants. And of course, it extends the season. You can start growing inside chilies and tomatoes and peppers and cucumbers early on. In fact, if you get a little bit of heat at the end of summer, you can extend that growing right into the autumn. And of course, during the summer, there's so much you can grow inside. But winter time, things like your geraniums and fuchsias, don't let them die in the pots outside. I bring them inside to the greenhouse, a little bit of heat. Next year, I've got bigger plants to plant up in my garden that are for free, because I already bought them the previous year. So using a greenhouse is great fun, and it's all year round with a little bit of heat during the winter and a little bit of ventilation during the summer. Now, I've chosen a Keder greenhouse. This is what the professionals use in producing plants on a massive scale. It's been designed with a special cladding that diffuses light and holds in the heat, especially during colder weather. So unlike traditional greenhouses that you might have to supplement the heat, the insulation of the Keder greenhouse is so much better. And this insulation lasts for a long time, up to 3 decades or more. So this is the area that I've got marked out. It's only a 2x2, just to show, you know, if you've got a small garden, you can get one of these in to extend your growing season, have great fun in the garden. So this is the area. I've levelled it all out. It's a 2-person job to put it up yourself, and I've got a couple of helpers from Keder to get me started. So Colin, everything I need for that greenhouse is in that one package?
Everything you need, even your instructions.
And how long do you think it's going to take to, because you don't need professionals to put this one up, is that right?
No, 4 to 6 hours, depending on the weather.
Yeah, and you can put it all up yourself?
No problem.
Well, that's ideal. Right, okay, let's get it open then and get cracking. We're nearly there. We've been working all morning and there's quite a bit. We started at the base. That's the key, isn't it, Colin, the base?
Getting it on a flat level base, getting it all down, get your timber levels, get your post banged into the ground. That is the key thing. You've got good access, go all the way around the site to hold it down.
It's perfect, and you can just feel the sturdiness with that. And it's not just that, of course, it's also the materials you've used. I mean, just here at the minute, they're not small bars by any stretch, and they're very, very tough.
Yeah. Yeah, it's all Z35 steel, so it's...
Oh! Whoa, look at that, right in front of me sprouts. Look at that, that's incredibly sturdy and long lasting. And you've built these in the Outer Hebrides and all sorts, areas where there's in excess of 120 mile an hour wind blasts, really.
Yeah, they're all being still being used. We've been building them for over 30 years there. Yeah. Shetland and Orkney.
Well, they'll do pretty good here in my garden. And the key thing is in the corner, it's not just that it's put onto the surface of the ground. You've driven some more metal rods right into the... How deep's that gone down?
That's roughly 3 foot into the ground. If you can't go any more than 3 foot, we can cut them off. But usually in the Hebrides and Shetland, we concrete those in. Do you? But here you won't need it.
No, I mean, that's pretty safe. So the material that we've used in here, because this is interesting as well, because there's an automatic vent here too that has, it's expanding wax, isn't it, really?
Correct.
So when it gets really hot and perhaps you're out at work or something similar and you need to vent it,
It does it automatically.
Does it automatically? So I'll open and close the window depending on, and we've chocked it up at the minute just while we're installing it. I just want to show you this very interesting piece of wood. What do you call the wood?
Noggin.
A noggin, technical term that, where we've actually used it. So when we're making this very taut and tight at the end, Colin's got this bit, he's been training me on this, where you bend the plastic around and then use this to pull it as taut as you can, and that's how you get it. But all the hints and tips on how to install it is all on a video. It's a QR code when you get hold of the Keder Greenhouses, and you can show step by step on how to put it together.
Correct, yeah.
How many of these you put up?
Hundreds. Thousands.
Thousands. Well, he's been teaching me how to do it as well, and it's a lot easier than you think because it's all a series of bolts that go together. Now, holding this taut isn't just about securing it into the wood, you're actually doing it into the metal as well.
Seal, yeah.
So tell us how we've done this.
So the profile's on the outside, it's just sandwiched through exactly like you said, and then when we slide this final panel in, it fits in here, which is profile, which is similar to a bead on a caravan awning or a sail on a boat.
Yeah. So it's got the similar thing. So the last things that we need to really do with this is this side, isn't it?
Yeah, we've got a bit of staging to go inside.
And we're ready to go. Very nice, right, we better get cracking then. Get the last bits on. Well, there we are. Have a look at that. Marvellous. Just got to put the bench in. Get that in there. Lovely. Move it over. There you are. That's the bench in. It feels all nice and cosy in here. I'll tell you something else. When you're outside, it feels darker than when you're inside, and it appears to be brighter. But that's all part of the design. This has been specifically created for professional growers. And of course, they need constant thermal levels, light and no shadows. But then the concept has been adapted for the amateur market, so you can have absolutely brilliant growing conditions. And it's been very easy to put up. A lot easier than assembling some furniture that you've bought in a giant warehouse that may be from Sweden, or even just building your own self-assembly barbecues. They could be a nightmare, but the instructions were clear. And in fact, you know, I've enjoyed putting it up. It's been good fun. Now, here I've got the bench. I just want to get things started straight away. So I'm going to move in some tender plants for this Keder greenhouse to protect during the winter months. Well, it's been a couple of days since the Keder greenhouse was assembled. I spent most of that with a cup of tea planning how to make best use of this amazing space. I've got a great deal of height, which is fantastic, and width as well. Of course, I've got the light that's coming not just in from the top, because the way it diffuses light, even the lower under the benches, is maximising on light. So there's 4 key areas that I want to fill with plants to grow my own. One is the bench. This is perfect for getting seedlings starting, but also growing crops in pots. Things like some peppers or even chilies will be perfect to fill this space here. I've got a ridge bar at the top, which will be ideal for hanging baskets if I'm getting a few of them started off early in here. I like to grow things like tumbling tomatoes and also hanging strawberries. I can get them started in here before they go outside. Now I put a raised bed L shape just here, which is going to be perfect for growing crops. I've cut away the membrane at the bottom, put a bit of sand for drainage, and then I'm going to fill it up with fresh compost and organic matter to make a really good produce area. And even that spot underneath the bench just there, because it's getting light from the side and the other end, it'll be perfect for things like herbs, things that are a little bit more permanent. Sage will be pretty good grown under there, and I'm very partial to that with a little bit of pasta in the summertime. So what I'm trying to do is maximise all the space because the light is so very good in here. For more information on Keder greenhouses, you can go to kederdomestic.co.uk, and please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more great content like this. And don't forget, turn on your notifications and we'll let you know when new videos come about.